Last Monday saw the distribution of a company-wide communication from General Motors to its dealerships. In addition, the dealer ordering schedule for December, January, and February has been announced. Therefore, you shouldn't miss this if you're planning to purchase a Chevy C8 Stingray or C8 Z06. Also, to sum up, regarding some of the less significant developments, there are still no details about the C8 Z06 allocation for the current week. And given the timing of the holidays, it looks like we'll be hearing the news the following week. Still, Chevrolet has increased C8 Z06 production from 2 a day to 5 or 6. It also appears that GM is making steady progress towards the fantastic goal of producing 10 C8 Z06s each day. Now, the process of ordering a C8 Z06 is currently underway, and customers anticipate getting access to some of the data on the limits early next week. Additionally, the Arrow's limitation has been discussed at length on other forums and in other publications related to the C8 Z06. The leaked document from a month or two ago matches this. There were rumors that the Z07 package would be offered for order in just a small fraction of C8 Z06s. That's not very unexpected. So now, let's get straight into the meat of the memo, which details the upcoming 3 months worth of orders. You see, the memo repeatedly references the DOSP or Dealer Order Submission process, and there appears to be a regular 2-month pause between allocation and ordering cycles for the C8 Z06. According to the timeline, there should be just one Dealer Order Submission procedure, also known as a DOSP, for the C8 Stingray in December. It appears that the most likely day for those dealers to get the allocated quantity is December 8th. According to the established procedure and order, the limitations and ranking will be finalized on December 15th. So, when they receive the allocation count, they have 1 week to coordinate and place those orders. And given that they've split the Stingray and the Z06, it's safe to assume that only the Stingray will have a dedicated DOSP. As a result, customers may move on to January, when there will again be just a single DOSP option to choose from. The dealership allocation count is expected to be made public on January 12th, and on January 19th, the dealer can make an order subject to whatever restrictions they have. Finally, February of the year 2023 is mentioned as the 3rd month in this memo. That means 2 DOSP cycles will be scheduled for the following calendar year. This is in keeping with a pattern we've seen in the current month when the Stingray's dealer ordering cycle often begins at the start of the month. The first DOSP cycle in February will occur on February 2nd, which is early in the month, followed by an allocation release on February 16th. So basically, Stingray will be on February 2nd. The Z06 is expected to be on February 16th. In addition, the limits are revealed and the orders are placed on the 9th and 23rd respectively. The C8 Z06 looks to be allocated a little more sparingly, which is in line with the distribution procedure used by the General Motors and Chevrolet in the past. With this information, GM can balance meeting customer expectations while working around production bottlenecks. At this time, at least 2 Massachusetts car lots have received C8 Z06 allocations, and at least 2 dealerships have been verified to get an allocation. And January 2023 manufacturing dates are anticipated for the current allocation release. Therefore, we may anticipate that production for those automobiles will be completely out in April when they roll out the next allocation cycle in February. And so, if your dealer did not receive any C8 Z06 allocation in this allocation cycle, you would not be able to purchase one until April. Now, before we continue, I'd like to thank you for getting this far. And if you want to know more about this memo, then make sure to stick till the end. You now know better when to expect our C8 Z06 delivery. However, progress will appear gradual and intermittent during this entire procedure. Furthermore, the number of people who will have access to C8 Z06s by the summer is candidly relatively low. It also appears to be a pattern with the C8 Z06, as General Motors seems to be limiting allocation releases to every 2 months or so. This is done so that they can effectively manage the supply of C8 Z06s. Furthermore, they would like not to make any firm promises on the total number of vehicles produced that model year. In addition, they probably don't want to make long-term commitments to price protection in the face of the market's volatility. According to industry insiders, it is a major consideration in Chevrolet's Z06 launch strategy. Fortunately, the data we have so far indicate that this procedure is gaining speed and momentum, and this offers consumers optimism that additional C8 Z06s will soon be available for purchase. Everything we've heard points to the fact that the Stingray production is proceeding smoothly. Some experts also see this is a way for General Motors to better gauge customer expectations and increase openness. Customers also don't have to check in with the car lot every day, week, or month anymore. The due dates are already known to you, and you may find out what your dealership has for a list and your placement on that list. So, simply check in at regular intervals based on what GM provides. It helps to clarify things because we now have a regular release date for the C8 Stingray and the C8 Z06. In other words, there won't be any unpleasant shocks for the end user. This is a far superior strategy. We aren't sitting around and guessing when these events will occur each month. In fact, the supply chain and manufacturing seem to be returning to some kind of normalcy after the chaos that the pandemic first gave. So, are you ready to place your order for your Chevrolet C8 Stingray and Z06? Let me know your thoughts on GM's schedule in the comments section below. And while you're at it, make sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons as well. Now, if you want to know more about Chevrolet Corvette C8, then make sure to click and watch this video right here and enjoy. And that's the end of this video, guys. See you next time.